You know what I think is probably one of the best things about living in Beijing? Being able to just casually go on day hikes to the Great Wall of China. So while we hike, I want to give you 10 facts, 10 things that you might not know about the Great Wall. So one of the biggest misconceptions about the wall is it's just one long, uninterrupted structure. Actually, the Great Wall is made up of many, many sections and isn't just one wall, and all built in different historical periods. So the original purpose of the wall was to keep out nomadic tribes, but it wasn't always successful in keeping out invasions. Despite the huge and varied efforts that went into making the Great Wall China's premier defense system, it suffered various incursions throughout its history. The Mongols, led by Genghis Khan, was able to breach the Great Wall and subjugated North and Central China for almost 100 years. And the Manchurian invasion of the Great Wall in the 17th century actually led to the fall of the Ming dynasty. Okay, I just want to clear something up real quick. You cannot, despite urban legend, actually see the Great Wall from space. Let's just put that in perspective. Seeing the Great Wall from space would be the equivalent of seeing a hair from 2 miles away. Not to say that the wall isn't big though. It's the longest man-made structure in the world with a length of over 21,000 kilometers. That's actually more than half the length of the equator. And now on a more somber note, the Great Wall is actually known as the longest cemetery on Earth. In 2,500 years of construction on this project, over 1 million people, 1 million laborers were used. And in the course of that work, over 400,000 people lost their lives. And it's said that their remains actually buried within the Great Wall itself. The wall isn't actually as old as you might think. In the last 2,500 years, 20 dynasties have undertaken construction on the Great Wall, bit by bit, piece by piece. So the places that are popular with tourists, like this section here, Mutianyu, they were all constructed in the Ming dynasty in the 1300s, actually only around 400 to 600 years old. Over 10 million people visit the Great Wall every year. It's a tourism machine and it's a must-see destination on most people's China itinerary. It's so touristy that the section that I'm on now, Mutianyu, actually features a toboggan to get you from the top to the bottom. So there are two types of wall, restored and unrestored. So the most accessible and touristy sections of the wall are of course the restored sections. They're safer, easier to get to. And then there are the unrestored sections that you can see here behind me. So what I've done today is I've joined a Beijing hiking group and I've hiked up this mountain in order to come and see some of the more remote sections of the wall. Before, whenever I've come to the Great Wall, it's always been to those restored touristy sections. So I'm really looking forward to getting on there and seeing what the differences are. Check it out. Woo! So beautiful. So yeah, I guess there are just so many ways that you can experience the Great Wall. You can go see it the touristy way, hike on it. I even know some people that have camped overnight on the wall and watched the sunrise the next morning, which, oh my God, the pictures look amazing. So did you know that the wall is actually changing over time? To be more specific, it's actually disappearing piece by piece. Due to human interference, natural erosion, the wall is disappearing, especially in the northwestern sections of the wall, like those in the Gobi Desert in Gansu province. Because those walls weren't built of stone, they're actually built of beaten earth. Those bits are going really, really quickly. And I guess one of the causes of erosion and the disappearance of the wall can be attributed to fact number 9. So in the 50s and 60s, due to shortage of building materials, miles of the Great Wall was stripped of its bricks in order to repurpose those bricks to build civilian homes, and definitely contributed to its deterioration. But I want to cheer you up with this view. Nice. Okay, that brings me to fact number 10. We made it. Did you know that every year there's actually a marathon held on the Great Wall? So if there are any marathon enthusiasts among you, I guess that's kind of a bucket list item. So that's it for today's video. I hope that you learned something new, and I would definitely recommend, if you're in Beijing and you have some time, to come visit some of these sections of the Wild Wall. It's pretty cool. I'll see you next time.